Hey everybody, it's Brad here, kicking off the 2015 hop experiment. A couple of the other guys have already put a few videos up, so I need to get on the ball and get mine going. First one I'm doing today is my own. It's Dr. Rudi. Turned out to be a fairly clear beer. I was really surprised it cleared up really fast. Probably drank like 3 or 4 pints out of the keg and then it just went crystal clear. I stirred it up a little bit when I bottled off the keg, but it cleared back up pretty quick after that again. It's got just a couple floaties in it. Gonna go over the base beer just a little bit. Everybody used the same beer for all practical purposes. There was a couple of differences in some of the maltsters that we used. Okay, the base beer we brewed 6 gallons to your fermenter. It was 12.5 pounds of US 2-row, 1 pound of Crystal 40, and half a pound of dextrin malt or carapils or carafoam or whatever the guys could get a hold of. Kind of just left that one open. I just put carapils down in mine. The overall amount of hops that just about everybody except for Nate Pico used, because the alpha acids on his particular hop was a lot lower than ours. His was like a really low alpha acid compared to everybody else's. Everybody else's was like 11% higher, and so his beer would be more balanced. He used a little more than 8 ounces in his just to make up for the difference, but the overall, the other 8 or 9 beers we used 8 ounces. We used 1 ounce for first wort hopping, then a ½ ounce at 60, and then 1 ounce at 15. 2.5 ounces for a 20-minute hop stand at the end, and 3 ounces for dry hop. And then everybody used some variation of American L1 Chico yeast. I used 1056 from Y Yeast, and then everybody did a 2-liter starter or an equivalent amount from the dry yeast. Everybody fermented from 68 to 70 degrees. So this hop is called Dr. Rudi. Okay, the specs on this hop are the alpha acids range between 10-12%, the betas are 7 to 8.5, and the cohumulone is 33 to 36. It was originally called Super Alpha. It came out in 1976, so mine is not actually a new hop, but it's an old one that's been around for a while. That kind of flies under the radar. You never really hear too much about it. Let me find the right page here. Okay, it was originally called Super Alpha, and it has recently been renamed Dr. Rudi in honor of the father of New Zealand hops. Dr. Rudi is an elder statesman of the New Zealand craft brewing scene. Released by Hort Research in 1976, Dr. Rudi hop is a high alpha triploid bred from an open cross of smooth cone. The descriptions, these came from multiple sources because I wanted to have a well-rounded idea of what the descriptions are on it. It says tropical fruit aromas of passion fruit and peach, fresh citrus peel, pine, and lemongrass flavors. It's moderate, sweetly grassy with overtones of lemongrass, pine sap, and dried fruit. What I got off of it, I did get some of the passion fruit on it when I dry hopped it, and a little bit off of it when it was really super fresh. That kind of faded out pretty quick. There's like a real small amount of it there, but if you're not looking for it, you're not going to find it. What I get off of it is, I definitely get the lemongrass. And I also get like a little bit of pine off of it. But it has like this really nice smooth aroma to it. It's not an extreme hop. It's not super pungent. It says it delivers a crisp, bitter edge with a fine aroma characteristics often used to balance regional ales and lagers. Works well in single hop beers and with a multiple aroma varieties. It's a dual purpose hop. I dig it. When this thing was, I still like it now, but it's it's, you know, it's getting a little age on it, so it's kind of, some of the flavors and the aromas are starting to fade out a little bit, but it's still, it's got like this nice type of spicy type of lemongrass smell to it, and the nose on it is just like, it pretty well follows the aroma, and it follows the taste follows the aroma as well. I've drank like a ton of this. I'm waiting for the keg to blow at any time because I really like this one. And I'm actually going to do this beer again just like it is, not add anything else to it. I like it that well. Do still get a little bit of the passion fruit on it. To me, I thought it was mango at first, but I think it was probably, reading the descriptions, maybe I'm just being influenced by it, but I think it's definitely got that mango-ish type of passion fruit thing, but it's not a super, it's not a West Coast style hop. It's more of a, it would work well in something like Heady Topper or something kind of like that, in that style. It would be, it's good in a IPA or a DIPA. They're using it in all kinds of stuff over in New Zealand. And I think this is kind of one of those hops that's flew underneath the radar for a really long time. People are starting to kind of take another look at it now. So that's the history and the aroma on it. So let's get into it. Cheers. It's got a very nice smooth bittering to it, but I do get some of the malt. It's coming through. It's real crisp. The bittering lingers on the tongue, follows through all the way to the end. As far as the flavors I'm getting off the hops, I'm getting a little bit of that passion fruit and quite a bit of that lemongrass, and then that pretty much follows all the way through from the very front to the very end. As far as like the lemongrass is really what sticks out to me on it. It's very different from, I'm a West Coast style IPA hophead, Ruination 2.0 and Joy by, stuff like that. The Dark Horse smells like a safety meat, and Lagunitas sucks, stuff like that's my go-to beers if it's around. I like this one because it was different, and it's not so much, say, it's, instead of being dank like a lot of the other ones, it's more of a, it's got a more refined bitterness to it, I think, and I really enjoy it. I mean, I always like trying new beers and new hops, and that's why I wanted to do this hop experiment, was to get to check out some of these other hops, that, so I'm not, you know, don't have to brew 10 batches of beer to check them out. But the thing I love about this hop in this beer with this recipe is just how damn drinkable it is. I can sit and drink 2 or 3 glasses of it, 3 or 4 glasses of it, and it never burns my palate out, and I always just get, and I enjoy each glass as much as I did the one before. It's a fairly dry tasting hop, if it makes any sense. It's not juicy and fruity so much like a lot of the other ones are. I'm going to wrap it up. I really enjoy this hop. I'm definitely going to brew this beer again. So be on the lookout for the other experiment reviews. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list on my channel, and I'm going to link everybody's reviews to that list. So if you're not subbed to some of the guys that are doing the reviews, just go to that list, and it's called the 2015 Hop Experiment. It'll be in my playlist. Find it, click on it, and it'll have everything. There's probably about 5 or 6 videos up already, not even counting this one, so go check it out. If you're a hop head and you want to check out some of these hops, you can see what everybody's getting off of them, and then really the only thing I can tell you to do is check it out for yourself, because everybody's palate's different. So this is not going to be a across the board same review on everybody. So that's the cool thing about having 10 or 11 people doing these hops, these beers, is you're going to get a well-rounded idea of what they're like. And if it sounds like something you can use in your brewing recipes, then check it out. I think this one plays well by itself, and it would play well with others. It really appeals to me, so I dig it. I'm definitely going to brew it again because it's so different from anything else I've done. But be on the lookout for more of these videos being put up. Check them out, comment, and we'll see you guys later. Cheers.